It is a nice sunset here at the end of March. Hit about 50 degrees Fahrenheit today, and I'm feeling pretty thankful for this nice day, and just crossed over that 7,000 subscriber mark. Appreciate each and every one of you hitting that subscribe button and sticking with me. It's not as big as a milestone. Some of those other big channels hit 1 million subscribers or something like that, but for me, 7,000 feels pretty cool. So I thought I'd go back to our roots a little bit. I know gotten away from that a little bit with all the automotive stuff, and do a good old-fashioned lawn video. So I'm gonna take you around the lawn, see what it looks like. We just had some late snowfall and it just melted. So we'll take a walk around the yard. It is year 2 of my bluegrass renovation in this area. You can see it isn't looking too bad. It filled in very nicely. Even here where we had a play set with swings and a slide, I didn't do any seeding under it. It's just the bluegrass creeping in. So it filled in most of it last year. This year I'm sure it's going to fill in those areas very nicely. It does take a bit longer to kind of wake up. See, this was matted down with the snow. And I've got a bunch of leaves. We had some very warm weather, and the trees kept their leaves longer than normal. So they fell late, and we had an early snow. So the leaves are just all over the place. I need to give the whole yard a nice blow. Fluff up some of that grass that was laid down and get rid of all these leaves. This area here is looking the best. It has southern exposure, so the ground warms up the first. That's why it's starting to get green and perk up here. It's kind of nice in spring, so I've got this tall ridge off to the south also. Once those trees get leaves, it blocks the sun out of this area more, but early spring here, it obviously comes through the trees without any leaves on and warms things up nice. Look at all the leaves. They get stuck in all these bushes. A lot of cleanup to do. And I got to repair this nice plow damage. I have a little spot over here. I put these things up so they know where to stop. Which I hate how those things look, but I hope to prevent that. But clearly it did not work here. Let's see if we can fix that. Unfortunately, I can't because it's still frozen in here. The dirt at the center there, still frozen. I'll have to come back at that. I'm sure this one's the same. This is a little bit of a north slope, so it really takes a long time to unthaw, but yeah, that's frustrating. This front yard is 3 years going on, the bluegrass renovation. So it's on cruise control at this point. I did have some trouble last year of it really drying out. We didn't get a lot of rain, and they didn't water soon enough. But it looks like it should be good. I did have some plow damage here, which I fixed earlier because it thawed quicker. But this one, they even peeled up my sprinkler head on. But I got that one stepped down already. House is over here. Our yard goes all the way around the cul-de-sac to this little point here. This was one of the areas the Luba had trouble with signal. If we look up, there's some overhanging branches. So I've got some things to do to help out Luba and the GPS signal. One of those is getting those overhanging branches cleaned up a little bit. This area of the yard is a little bit challenging when it rains a lot. We get drainage down here, and it creates a small pond over here. So all the sand I used I did some sand leveling. It kind of washed away, but it was hard to get grass established over here because the seed would wash away if we got too much rain. And we can see I've got cleanup for some of the sprinkler trenching I did a couple years ago, so I still have that to do. But this is actually coming in much better, and hopefully this year I get a nice root mass in there and thick bluegrass to keep all that soil in there, and then I can do some additional leveling once I get all that grass that can hold it in place. Just look at all the leaves though, leaves everywhere. I got to do some major blowing. Another project for the year, this raised garden bed I did last year. The kids really enjoyed it, having a little garden. So I'm thinking of making another one. So a lot of projects do, clear overhanging branches, make the life better on the robot mower, do some more garden boxes. Got a lot of sticks to clean up. Sticks, more sticks. Flower beds here. Something's been digging in this one. I gotta shovel that out, clean it up. It's still hibernating, I think. I don't know what's in there. No tracks around it. But as you all know, it's a never-ending project list. A little sneak peek here of what we're going to do this year. So I referenced the Luba GPS robot mower already. I'm going to do more videos on that, give you a reliability update, what it's like. Setting it back up for this year. Show year 2 of reliability. I also have another robot mower on the way to compare to the Luba with a vision system. So if you've been keeping track of what's available out there, there's a lot of exciting new robot mowers coming out that are using a vision system along with GPS. So if they lose GPS, so I believe how most of them are doing it is if they lose GPS signal, they go to the vision system and get by until they reestablish GPS. So I'm really looking forward to see how that thing works out. You can see in the yard here all these little holes. All these little holes are where the squirrels have been busy trying to bury acorns. Here's an example. Here's an acorn in that. Can be a little bit frustrating, but in reality, that'll just grow right back. You don't have to worry about that. They're all over the place. Nothing you can do. Uh-oh. So up here is where I have my chestnuts, and it looks like something chewed a hole in the top of it. Oh no. So that must have been squirrels. Those little effers. Nature is frustrating as all heck. There's not many left. This is really frustrating. I'm still thankful for the subscribers, but now I'm a little sad. The squirrels got me again. This thing was full of chestnuts. And I've got one I found. Talk about frustrating. And all we have is 3. Nature is something. Well, I guess that's how life goes sometimes. Still grateful for all your subscribers, but I'm a little ticked off and sad about my chestnuts. That my bucket was raided by hairy thieves. But overall, life is pretty good. Stick with me. We've got some interesting projects and equipment to review this year. Again, grateful for you all. Thanks for watching. Adios. So I rinsed off our 3. The good news is I have 1 that looks like it started germinating. So we might actually get a plant to grow out of this one. This one doesn't look like it's had any activity, but we'll plant it and see what happens. And the 3rd one, a squirrel started chewing on it.